Alright, so this is going to be my second game of the session. Let's see what opponent I get. Hopefully I can play a little bit quicker. This is actually my first. The other game I played, which I lost on time, was my first time trying to play while simultaneously talking and broadcasting my moves. Okay, this is a kind of a weird opening. This is some sort of a Nimzovich defense, I think, by black. Maybe a tango, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's officially one or the other yet. Okay. He's going to play for e5. This is basically a Chigorin. When I play the Chigorin, I find this be one of the more annoying moves. Bishop f4. Really stops the typical play. I like to play openings where you have a typical theme. You can use it against almost any white move. And here the play has to be a little bit different. Well, of course this makes sense to play this way. It looks strange. Let's just get out of any sort of theory of play a3. Stops knight b4 ideas. I mean, white has the time, can afford to do it in a position like this. He's not going to play e5. I'm not rushing to play e4. He's going to probably just develop. Really, the move for him here is to either play c5 or e5 on. He's disconnected and reconnected. Okay. I have to figure out a better way to make these videos. Well, actually, in this case, I have an abundance of time. He's probably trying to figure out how to develop. I mean, knight f6. Well, there you go, knight f6. I'm just going to play e3. Keep it simple. He's probably going to, e6. He's going to try and trade off the bishop, maybe. And I'll do the same here. Interesting. Going for the pin. As long as he has this pin, he can entertain ideas of e5, and if h3 takes, e5 takes. No, he's gonna have to play bishop d6 first. So let's do that. Got the pawns on both sides of the board, a3 and h3. Little flank defenders. I find in a lot of openings it's surprisingly effective playing a3 and h3. Even if you're straying from theory, usually the position doesn't deteriorate the way you might expect it to. They're almost always useful moves. And if they're not useful, they're not that bad. They don't harm your position too much. I'm actually a minute ahead on the clock. Now the question is, do I play g4? I think the answer to that question is no. I think I want a castle. See, I have the luxury of still playing for c4 or knight c3, e5. Now I don't want to allow e5. Could have he actually played e5 straight away? Yeah, actually he could have. But let's play like this. It's probably going to take with the... Oh, he takes with the queen. Okay. Play c5. That way e5 would be a loosening move. I mean, it's the Chigorin. It's a perfectly valid opening. I don't expect to get much out of this. Knight b5 hits the queen. Queen back. Yeah, why not? Man, I really hate that pin. It's so annoying. And with his queen's active position, I don't want to allow him to do anything crazy. Alright, let's keep it simple. Yeah, allow him to loosen his position further before I do anything. Hopefully it ends up being that he's loosening his position. Okay, let's try this. Curious. He has to take with the pawn. Queen takes wouldn't make sense for several reasons. You know what? Let's get rid of this damn pin. It's so friggin' annoying. A6, I just dropped back. I'm competitive on the clock. I should have played bishop e2 a long time ago. I mean, knight e5 is still not anything great. Or is it? No, it isn't. B4. Maybe I can chase that knight away and get knight e5 in at some point. Plays a6, that's a hook I can hit with b5 anyway. a4, b5. Oh no, I can't play a4 right away. Where else can my pieces go? c3, a4, c5. Yeah, let's do that. The challenge is this knight. Takes, I can take here. Ah, okay, interesting. So you allow me to... It's kind of funny in this position. It's hard to decide who has more space, who should benefit more from exchanging pieces. You know what? Actually, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes. I think that leaves me up in material. What about this one? No, not going to be fooled by that. Bishop takes, knight takes. Well, he could play queen e8. No, he can't. Bishop takes, knight takes. He's up with bishop. Takes the queen. I take the rook. Takes, takes. That should be good for me. Puts me up a whole rook. Tries to escape with the bishop. I get out on e6 to f5. Yeah. That's delicious. So this is actually a terrible position for him. This should be a winning advantage. An advantage on the clock as well. Right? He can't take e2 because I take d7. Takes e2, takes d7, he takes back, I take back with the queen, so then he would have to take d1, then I take f8. Yeah, this should do it. Right, takes the queen, I take f8. He tries to save the bishop. Bishop e2 doesn't work because of rook e1. Takes the knight, I take the bishop. Oh, I'm up the exchange. Well, still, it should be good enough for a win. I have the open C file. Yeah, so that doesn't really do anything, and I'm still going to get out on e6. My knight's not trapped. Still up the exchange. Ah, clever. He's trying to plug that hole. Okay. Now, can't I do this? It looks risky, but no, then rook c6, and I can't get away. Let's play it safe for now. What is he going to do? G5? I can still get out. I'm still okay. And I'm so much better on the clock. If I lose this one, it's going to be embarrassing. F1 to D2. Probably a good idea. Try and trade that guy. Whoops. One move at a time. I don't believe in this pawn storm. If you open lines up, it's just going to help my rooks. Okay, I could play here. Takes, 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 takes. That pawn is a weakling. Alright, let's just take here. He's almost out of time, so why not? Doesn't really matter where my pieces go at this point. I could play G3 to react to whatever he's going to do here. Yep, and I win on time. Okay, so win on alltimeskier 1485. not going to denote whether or not they flag. This is a winning position. The other position I was winning. I mean, what else can be done here for black? Not a whole lot. I mean, he's doing a good job of creating this almost fortress-like structure. The problem is next move I can play rook C to A3. He's going to need another way to defend this, so he's probably going to have to play here. So now his pieces are all tied up. The bishop has nowhere to go except for E2. There's no way for him to attack these pawns. Oh, well, actually, I take that back. On this move, if I play here, he can take. So that wouldn't have been good. So I would have had to do something like rook B8. Yeah, maybe it's a fortress. I don't know. But at any rate, when you have an extra minute on the clock, fortress doesn't matter. Okay.